Okay, so welcome back. Now I'm going to do several examples here of changing a number that's in standard form into scientific notation. So I'm going to walk through the steps for each one of these. Okay, so here we've got 3,600,000. Okay, so again, I want to write this equivalent expression, but in scientific notation. Okay. So the thing is my first number needs to be a number between 1 and 10. So less than 10, but at least 1. Now, if I have the decimal point over, the easiest way is the first number is going to be involved here, right? Because if I move the decimal point here, right, I want it to be 3.6, right? Okay. Now 3.6 is the first number. Then what I have to do is I have to multiply it by a power of 10 that gets me back to this, right? So what power of 10 will get me from 3.6 back to where I started from? Well, if I'm at 3.6, how many decimal places do I need to move in order to get back to here, right? Here's where my decimal point is. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6. So if I count the number of decimal places that I have to move my decimal point to get to 3.6, then that's going to give me what power of 10 that I need to multiply by. Okay? So this is it. So this is the answer. Now, so you can look at this as what's 10 to the 6th? It's 1,000,000. 1,000,000 times 3.6 is 3.6 million, or 3,600,000. Okay, so it works. Now what about this number? Well, now again, I need a number that's between 1 and 10, but less than 10 and no smaller than 1. Well, here, if I move the decimal point this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, now I get a number 4, right? But how many decimal places did I need to move it to the right? I had to move it 4 spaces to the right. So now, what power of 10 do I need? Well, now, in this case, I'm dealing with a very small number. Right? I'm dealing with a small number, a number less than 1. So remember, if I start at 4 and I want to move the decimal point that way, what do I need to do? I need to divide by powers of 10. Well, remember, dividing by a power of 10 is the same as having a negative exponent, right? So if I have 1 over 10 to the 4th, that's equal to 10 to the negative 4th. So you can also think about it this way. If I'm multiplying by a power of 10, or excuse me, a power of 10 where the exponent is positive, that means I'm moving the decimal point to the right. If I'm dividing by a power of 10, or in other words, multiplying by a power of 10 where the exponent is negative, then that's the same thing as moving the decimal point to the left a certain number of spaces. So again, if I'm at 4, right, here's the decimal point, how many places to the left do I need to move it in order to get back to where I started? Well, this is going to be 4. So this is going to be negative 4. Okay, now, what about this one? Again, I want to move the decimal point over till I have a number between 1 and 10. So this is going to be, but it has to be at least 1 and less than 10. So I'm going to say 5.74. Okay, now, what power of 10 do I need to get back to where I started? So here I am, I need to get back to this. So what power of 10 do I need to multiply by? Well, I need to move it, what? 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 4. Okay, so again, if I start here and I move over 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's where I get, but I'm going to have to multiply by 4 to get back to where I started from. Okay, now what about this one? Now I'm dealing with a number that's less than 1, so a really, really small number. Okay? So again, I move the decimal point 1, 2, 3 until I have a number that's between 1 and 10. So here, 3.8. But now I have to multiply by a power of 10 that's going to get me back to where I started from. In this case, I'm going to have to multiply by negative, or a power of negative 3. So 3.8 times 10 to the negative 3 is the same as 0.0038. And then of course for this one here, again I'm going to do the same thing. I'm moving the decimal point over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until I have a number between 1 and 10. So this is going to be 1.5. Now, what power of 10 do I need to multiply by in order to get it back to 150,000? So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means I have to go 5 place values back to the right. So it's going to be positive 5 as an exponent. Okay, now what about this one? So again, I'm going to move the decimal point to the right until I get a number between 1 and 10. Less than 10, but at least 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now my number is 2.05. Now, I have to go back to where I came from. So that means I'm going to multiply by a power of 10 where the power is negative. So how many spaces did I need to move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be negative 6 to get me back to where I started from. Now the final one, I have 47. Well, here, how many spaces do I need to move? 1. So my number is going to be 4.7 times what? 10. If you want to put the exponent on there, that's fine. But that is scientific notation now. Have a great day.